That's the biggest thing. That was one of the worst offensive lines they've ever had last year. Losing Eric Wood and Richie Incognito before the year was a major blow. I don't even think we could have calculated how big of a blow that was going to be until we got into the season and saw what they had. So you've got the list there. There is literally one position that may remain the same, left tackle Dion Dawkins. And Leo, even that's not a guarantee.
No.
I don't think he's guaranteed to win a spot. And he may even not even be a tackle. They could legitimately there's been talk of moving him inside. So that entire line could be different. If you want to knock a few guys off.
Well, they got one. The only position we know for sure, Sal, and that's center with Mitch Morse, the Kansas City starter.
Who they spent big money on in free agency.
Yeah, solid player, a no-brain signing. I mean, it's a really solid center. Was a problem last year. It was below average.
It wasn't below average.
Yeah,
it was way below.
Way below. Losing Eric Wood, we knew it was going to be tough, and it really was. And it all starts at the center spot. And Mitch Morse is a player that can be plugged right in, and they paid good money for him, and that's where you start. It starts in the pivot. And I'll go through the names because, like you mentioned, Dion Dawkins at left tackle, left guard. It could be Spencer Long, Quinton Spain. Morse in the middle. Now, right guard is I like this John Feliciano, the free agent they picked up from the Raiders. He's a tough, nasty type of guy.
Right.
A little bit in the incognito mode. It gives him a little bit of a swagger up there. I think he's going to win that. Right tackle, it could be Ty Nsekhe, the veteran guy, not a superstar, but a pretty solid starter with a track record. And maybe that's where Cody Ford also slides in, a good-looking rookie. I mean, that was big in the draft. They were able to get a guy with first-round grades, and they got him in the second round. And Ford could be a guy that slips in there as well. But like you said, Sal, that whole line is it's definitely going to be better because it couldn't have been much worse.
No, absolutely. We don't know. I mean, you mentioned all those names, and really, you're right. Mitch Morse is the only guy who has, I think, a solid pedigree in the NFL. We're pretty sure this guy is going to be a terrific player for the Bills. But the rest of the guys you mentioned, Nsekhe, Feliciano, Spencer Long, Quinton Spain. Now, Quinton Spain did start 4 years for the Titans.
Wyatt Teller's in there, the second-year guy for the Bills.
These guys are still kind of unknowns. We're not quite sure, who these guys really are. Yeah, they were free agents, but how good are they? I'm not really sure. I think ideally in a perfect world, Leo, what they want to see happen, they want to see Dion Dawkins step up and win that job at left tackle. He's been there for 2 years. I think they really would like him to stay there and just be better than he was last year. And I think ideally they would love Cody Ford, who was their second-round draft pick, to win the right tackle job. I know Nsekhe, they spent some money on him, but really throughout his NFL career, he has been the swing tackle. He's done well when he's gotten chances to start, but really I think ideally he's suited to be the swing tackle. And again, if he wins the job, great. But I think in a perfect world, they'd want him to be the third tackle.
Yeah, the roster in general, Silas, it's like I think I figured out the other day. It's 94% Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott's team.
Yeah.
And a key there is what you do with your linemen, and those two, the guys you mentioned, with Dawkins and now with Ford. If they got two bookends there and they drafted those guys, that's a huge feather in the cap for those guys, and it relieves so many problems that can just kind of snowball from there.
Absolutely.